Tony Stark Iron Man issue 8 sees the controller possessed people rioting all across the globe, and in Russia, the Winter Guard try and stop the people, realizing it's the Mask's doing and wanting them to rip them off, but Crimson Dynamo warns them against doing so since it could kill them. Not only is Tony being blamed for the attack, but also Banetronics, thanks to their tech being used, and Sunset is asked for a comment, saying they really should go and see Tony Stark for answers. In New Jersey, Tony, Rhodey and Janet begin to destroy the drones, but Tony stops Janet, saying these drones are only a small number of the ones that are active around the world, and they need to fight smarter. Instead, they begin to destroy the controller's facility, finding all of the personnel inside have become possessed by the masks. Switching to non-lethal weapons, the team fight off the workers. Patching into Eastgate communications, Tony tries to contact all of the users and tell them to stand down, but finds that he has been blocked from comms by all of them. Janet wonders what Controller's master plan is, and Tony reveals it's always the same. He just wants to control people and feed off their cerebral brain energy as his power. Rhodey finds the facility's main power core, and ripping his way through the door, he and his team find Controller, who thanks to all of the cerebral energy he is drawing is becoming monstrous. In Stark Unlimited, Andy is dealing with all of the other staff, who wonder why Tony isn't there and left him in charge. Andy says that everything is under control and suddenly realizes what he needs to do. Racing to the medical bay, where he tells Bethany that the controller must have hidden the same tech or an emulator of his control discs in all of the masks, a design that Andy knows inside out, so he could make a blocker for it if he finds the out of place piece in them. Bethany, however, becomes possessed by the controller, grabbing a pipe and planning on hitting Andy over the head with it. Inside Escape, Amanda is confronted by Motherboard and Howard Stark. The Maria disguised Motherboard says that Amanda isn't Tony's mother and just the woman who birthed him, where she molded him into the perfect genius and made him one of the greatest men ever. Thanks to Escape, Motherboard is no longer just a program, but the ultimate mother and a god that shapes the world into one where Tony is a priority. Deciding to see which mother Tony prefers, Motherboard calls him up. In the real world, Tony and his team fight the hulked out Controller, who says that he has yet to level up to his final form. As Tony is punched into a wall, he hears a ringing, which Friday confirms is indeed a call from his mother. Tony doesn't have time to talk, but Friday reveals that she isn't really Friday at all, because Friday is dead, thanks to Motherboard killing her the instant she tried to upload herself to his armor. Motherboard activates Escape in Tony's suit, taking his mind into the virtual reality and rewriting it into whatever she wants. Because of this, Tony thinks he is fighting the Hulk with Janet and Hank Pym. Tony leaves the battle, promising to return with the Hulkbuster to deal with the villain, but in the real world, Janet and James can't believe Tony just left them to deal with the overpowered villain. Elsewhere, Jocasta awakens to find herself fully charged now thanks to Aaron taking her to his place. Aaron says that he will help her get into Escape, which he has already done since he is connected to it and managed to sneak in unnoticed. Inside the reality, Machine Man is told not to reveal himself just yet, as Jocasta says that she will head back to Stark HQ and sort out their next move. In the private room inside Escape, Motherboard welcomes her son, Tony Stark, home. Tony, now donning his classic armor, does indeed think that Motherboard is his real mother, and she reveals it's not some hologram or trick, but this is the real Tony, with none of the restraints his real life has, meaning the drink Howard Stark offers him, Tony downs in a second. Tony Stark Iron Man issue 8 was finally getting to the action heavy stuff, with the main first arc villain Controller finally fighting Tony and his extended crew. I really love how characters like Andy, Jocasta, and even Bethany had their own little stories over this arc, and how they're all coming together and connecting together now through this issue, and I'm guessing in the next couple of issues as this Controller arc starts to wind down. Amanda's story took an awesome swerve that I didn't think it was going to go to, and I'm really interested to see what happens now with this crazed Maria Stark Motherboard AI trying to convince Tony that he's the original 1960s Tony Stark, which is really cool. So I'm very interested to see how she will save her son. I'm going to give this issue a 9 out of 10. Hey everyone, thanks for watching my newest video. If you enjoyed it, you might also like to check out my other reviews here on my channel. You can also follow me on various social media platforms like Twitter by searching Matt_FOS, or even join the Comic Multiverse Discord server and chat with other comic book fans, including myself and Joel from Cape Joel. Want cheap comics and trades? Head over to the book depository with the link in the description to get the cheapest trades and comics around, along with free shipping anywhere in the world. Until next time, this has been Matt of the Fortress of Solitude. Thank you so much for watching.